Hi, I'm Carlo Mincatelli of Time 2 Resources. This video will help you to understand the law of diminishing returns. If you want to make notes whilst following the video, why not download the handy PDF note taker? The link can be found in the description box below. The law of diminishing returns is a short-run occurrence. This means that it will only happen when at least one factor of production, land, labour or capital, is in fixed supply. In the long run, all factors of production are variable. The law states that if one variable factor of production, such as labour, is increased, whilst a fixed factor, such as capital, stays constant, the productivity of the variable factor, here labour, will eventually decrease. It is traditional to use marginal product, average product and total product when looking at the law of diminishing returns. Marginal product is how much total output will increase when one extra unit of a variable factor, such as labour, is added. Average product is the total output that the firm produces, divided by the amount of variable inputs, such as the labour. And total product is the total output produced by the firm given the factor inputs. For example, the amount of capital and labour over a period of time. Imagine a scenario of a factory that makes tables with a fixed stock of capital, the machines used to make the tables. In the short run, as more workers are employed, marginal productivity will increase. For example, one worker might be able to produce one table per hour. Two workers might be able to produce 3 tables in an hour. Maybe both workers will specialise in certain tasks. 3 workers might be able to produce 7 tables as the employees work together as a team. The marginal product for worker 1 is 1 table, for worker 2 is 2 tables, and for worker 3 it's 4 tables. We can see that marginal productivity is increasing. However, the law of diminishing marginal productivity states that as more workers are employed, at some point the additional worker is less productive than those already employed. Here we can see that with 4 workers, 9 tables are produced. The 4th worker is less productive than the 3rd, maybe because they sometimes get in the way as there isn't much space to work in the factory, or maybe they have to wait because there aren't enough machines for all workers to use. In the diagram we have increasing returns as marginal product rises. Marginal product will increase as specialisation occurs and more efficient use of factors of production is made. At some point, as more units of the variable factor, labour, are added, marginal product will start to decrease and we have diminishing returns. Marginal product will start to decline as problems such as coordination and communication issues occur. If the firm could increase the fixed factor of production by bringing in more machines, this problem might be overcome. However, in the short run, this is not allowed. Eventually, the marginal product might even become negative. The average product curve is an inverted U shape. When marginal product is above average product, the average product curve is rising as marginal product pulls up the average. When marginal product is below it, average product is falling as marginal product pulls down the average. We can link the previous diagram to the total product curve. At first, total product rises at an increasing rate as there are increasing marginal returns when the marginal product curve is rising. This is shown on the blue section of the total product curve. As marginal product starts to fall, the downward section of the marginal product curve, total product rises but at a diminishing rate. This is shown on the red section of the total product curve. We can show short-run production graphically. Remember, the short run occurs when at least one factor of production is fixed. Here we are looking at marginal product, not marginal cost. Imagine a scenario where a firm has fixed capital of 5 machines. The firm can employ a range of employees. In the table, we look at what happens if the firm has 0 employees, all the way up to 10. Physical product is the actual output produced by the firm. Here we look at the different forms of physical product, i.e. total, marginal and average. At first, no labour is used on the machinery, so nothing is made and we have 0 output. 1 unit of labour can produce 15 units of output. Here, the total product, marginal product and average product all equal 15. 2 units of labour increase total product by 25 to 40. The increase created by an additional unit of labour is always the marginal product, as shown in the next column. At first, as we increase the amount of the variable factor, labour, total product, marginal product and average product all rise. Why not pause the video and see if you can fill in the rest of the table? At some point, diminishing returns set in. Each additional unit of labour sees a smaller increase in total product as marginal product begins to decline. This occurs between the 4th and 5th worker. At some point, total product might even decline as too many units of labour are applied to the fixed unit of capital, leading to coordination and communication problems. This can be seen between the 8th and 10th units of labour. The law of diminishing returns has important implications for a firm. There is an inverse relationship between marginal returns and marginal costs. Increasing marginal returns leads to decreasing marginal costs. Decreasing marginal returns leads to increasing marginal costs. Why not look back at the diagrams in this video to confirm this? Once diminishing returns set in, each subsequent worker becomes less productive. This creates the distinctive U-shape of the marginal cost curve. Increasing marginal returns show that marginal cost is falling. Decreasing marginal returns show that marginal cost is rising. Marginal cost is the cost of producing one additional unit. Diminishing marginal productivity will mean that at some point marginal costs increase. Assume that each worker is paid £10 per hour and there are no other associated costs such as raw materials. The first worker costs £10 and produces one table. The marginal cost of producing one additional table is therefore £10. The second worker costs £10 and produces two additional tables. The marginal cost for each table is therefore £10 divided by 2 equals £5. The third worker costs £10 but produces 4 additional tables. The marginal cost is £10 divided by 4 equals £2.50. The fourth worker costs £10 and produces 2 additional tables. The marginal cost is £10 divided by 2 equals £5. Thank you for watching and listening to this video. Short and long run production costs are covered on separate videos. If you haven't already done so, why not subscribe to the Time to Resources YouTube channel now.